Hello, I hope you all are doing well. And just continuing on with Crisis Core reunion. And this is gonna be our shorter one, just because today was more dedicated. Today I mainly was hanging out with my friend who I haven't seen in a bit, and we were just hanging out. We're just hanging out and then doing a commentary for a very bad movie called Disturbia, but we had a lot of fun commentating over it. I also do commentary tracks with my friends for YouTube, but I haven't been able to upload one in a while, just because up just because editing down these Twitch these Twitch VODs for YouTube um, into into better shorter videos. It takes a lot of time, especially the exporting. So a lot of my all that free time that I usually have is just mainly dedicated to the video game stuff or the playthroughs. But yeah, but it's just the story went on with Genesis. We learned more about that and Angeal and that whole thing. And Zach keeps on proving to me why I will end up really liking him by the end. Like, already by this point, I really like him. I think he's great. Let's say I really like him just because I get everything that he's saying is what I'm feeling, which I mentioned before at the previous times when I played this game. But yeah, but just continue on. Members of the security department have requested a joint training session with Soldier. Some of them seem to regard Soldier with a passionate sense of rivalry. It's only a training session, but don't take it lightly. No, oh no, I remember what that one security guy said. It's on.
Activating combat mode.
Got him! Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Take that!
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Punch! Later!
Conflict
Oh
resolved.
yeah!
Activating combat mode.
Take that! Got him!
Conflict
Oh, yeah.
resolved. Activating combat mode.
Hot! Got him!
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Bring it on! The end!
Conflict
Oh, yeah.
resolved. Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Let me change up an option. I don't want the hints up there to be on the screen. Okay, apparently I can't.
Activating combat mode.
Oh
Conflict
yeah!
resolved. Activating combat mode.
Take that!
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Got him!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
I admit that you bested us in today's training. But the troops that participated in the exercise are amateurs. Many of them have never seen real combat. Don't expect the same results next time.
What's Shinra Alpha? Is that a title or? Fatality. During the training, what can I remove? I could take up that one. Let's try something else. Let's see how this goes. Expands EP to from dash instead of guard. Let's see how that goes. Members of the security department have requested another joint training session with Soldier. They have robots to support them this time. Proceed with caution. Once they have robots, I need the lightning blade, the lightning thing. Let me get rid of Assault Twister for Thunder Blade. There you go. What was I calling that thing? Oh, Lightning Blade. that's Kakashi from Naruto. That's one of his moves.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
I have to mess around with the dash. I didn't really have the ability to do it. I did it once.
Activating combat mode.
This is normally, and then dash. Dash. Well, it takes a while for me to. It takes a bit for me to use the dash again.
Conflict resolved.
Dash is awkward. Well, let's see how it is once it gets leveled up.
Another loss to Soldier.
Yeah, let's see how it looks like when.
Next time, we won't hold back. You've taken advantage of the sportsmanship we've shown. The third day of our joint training session, I guarantee, will be a day of shame for Soldier.
And this guy is arrogant. Third challenge. Members of the security department have requested yet another joint training session with Soldier. A statement from them reads, "We were holding back in the previous sessions. They are desperate and may do anything to save face. Be careful." Oh, 4 slots? Ooh. 4 slots for what though? Just adding 4 slots. That just sounds good. I think that means more things to use. At least that's what I'm hoping for.
Activating combat mode.
Got him! Take that!
Conflict
Oh, yeah.
resolved. Activating combat mode.
Out of the way! Take that!
Conflict
Oh,
resolved.
yeah.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Bring it on! The end! Got him!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
I don't care about God of War Ragnarok. I played it. I don't want to play it again.
Activating combat mode.
Ever. Yeah, I really don't think I'll ever touch Thor Ragnarok. God of War Ragnarok again. There we go. Right thing.
Got him!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Later! Oh yeah!
Activating combat mode.
Take that!
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Dashing is really not doing anything or helping. I'm pressing the button for it to work, but it's not really helping with my combat at all. Or it doesn't really dash me away from like a bunch of enemies swarming me.
Activating combat mode.
Out of the way! Got him! Take that!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
Yes, we have yet to win against you in training. But I know the reason why. It's the budget disparity between soldier and security. I hear the science department performs enhancement procedures on you. We in security don't depend on medical enhancements.
I'm so glad the combat for this game is just essentially FF7 remake combat. Mainly because, as I mentioned before, Maximilian dude has said how terrible the gameplay is in original Crisis Core. So I'm glad that they basically just got away with that and just put in a remakes gameplay. But they kept the DMW, which I learned from seeing one of his streams, that trying to control or handle the DMW while also dealing with combat in the original game was just a disaster. So I'm glad that was fixed for this. It doesn't actually open 4 slots. Wow, there go my hopes up. Let's try this. Yeah, this is not really helping at all. Getting serious at 2 stars only. The persistent members of the security department have sent Soldier another challenge to a joint training session. Making excuses, they claim the difference in budget between the departments to be the reason for their losses. Go show them exactly why we are combat experts. Oh, sorry for my squeaky chair. Also, it's about time I get a new one. But apparently getting comfortable chairs for something like this, man, they're expensive. I was surprised when I learned that.
Activating combat mode.
Take that!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
Activating combat mode.
Later! Take that!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
Activating combat mode.
See it!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
combat mode. Conflict
Got
resolved.
him! Oh yeah!
Our budget negotiations have borne fruit. Director Heidegger has authorized us to test new weapons in combat.
John DiMaggio.
There is no way we will lose to you now.
I thought I was gonna say something. That Zach was gonna say something. Members of the security department have sent Soldier yet another challenge to a joint training session. It seems they have succeeded in securing funds and have new weapons at their disposal. We and Soldier never blame a loss on the budget. Win the session and teach them the meaning of dignity. It's still level. It's a 2-star like rank. Like we're getting all this extra stuff because are still so weak.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
Activating combat mode.
Oh, my first time with the sweeper. Sweeper in this game.
Take that!
Conflict
Got
resolved.
him! Oh yeah!
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
Activating combat mode.
Later!
Conflict resolved.
Got him!
Activating combat mode.
See it!
Conflict
Oh
resolved.
yeah!
Activating combat mode.
Later! See it! Oh
Conflict
yeah!
resolved. Activating combat mode.
Take that!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
Activating combat mode.
Oh yeah!
Activating combat mode.
Take that! Got him!
Conflict
Oh
resolved.
yeah!
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Boom. I was wondering why can't I heal myself? Like, oh, I got a negative effect on me.
Even with new weapons, we still couldn't win. What are we lacking? What is it?
Heart. Is that what he's gonna say?
Very well. The next session is our last. We'll settle all scores then. If we lose again, I will concede that Midgar needs soldier more than us.
Good job, Zach. Last one. Last challenge. 3 stars this time. Members of the security department on a losing streak have yet again challenged soldier to a joint training session. They have used up their entire budget on this one. Wow. We know we've had too many of these, but this one sure is to be the last. Savor it for what it is. I get a fat chocobo feather.
Activating combat mode.
Out of the way!
Oh, that was the angel thing that I got.
Take that!
I was wondering why I had that. Now I know. This thing deals a lot of damage.
Conflict resolved.
I might want to change up my fire for electricity. Thank you.
Activating combat mode.
Warm-up's over!
Is this the end?
No, not if I can help it! Oh
Conflict
yeah!
resolved. Activating combat mode.
Take that!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
Activating combat mode. Activating combat mode.
Oh
Conflict
yeah!
resolved. Activating combat mode.
The end! Take that!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
Activating combat mode.
Better run for it!
Concentrate.
I'm feeling it! Take that! Take that!
Brace yourself!
Prove your honor to me.
I got it!
Conflict resolved.
Thank you, unlimited AP. Cleared M1's last challenge. Report to the unit captain at Loveless Avenue. Oh, I have to go find him? And there's no way to be like fast travel, right?
Hey, Zach. So, the war is over.
That it is. I'm sure you heard. I ruled.
No, I didn't hear. The company reports don't mention you at all. On TV, they only talk about Sephiroth's bravery.
But Sephiroth was in B Unit.
Well, our heroes are chosen by the media.
Dreams crushed.
And that type of message is still relevant to this day. Media man. What the Cloud? Cloud. Zach, what are you doing? What the hell?
Oh,
That was weird. Like he was walking by himself. I just turned. We declare the end of the war with Wutai. Bahamut. The Odin material.
Right now, the general how about...
Can you use the other one? What the? That was weird.
It can't be. I don't believe it. Our Genesis killed in action? It's a lie, or some kind of misunderstanding. Oh, I can't just stand still anymore. Mail from headquarters.
According to Shinra News, both Angeal and Genesis have been killed in action. Which proves that Soldier's greatest is Sephiroth. And now Sephiroth's popularity will grow even more.
How could our dear Angeal be killed in action? I still can't believe it. We'll never get to see his handsome smile ever again in life. But this isn't the end for us. We, the fans, have to carry on. Huh? A mail from headquarters? This is...
That getup. Are you with that Shinra outfit, Soldier?
Yeah, I'm with Soldier. Name's Zach.
You Shinra people are so arrogant. So I'm hearing through the grapevine that hordes of monsters have been seen around Midgar and Calm.
Around Midgar?
Huh? You didn't know about this? And you're with Soldier? Then here's something you should know. The study of planet life speaks of the legend of weapons, guardians of the planet. When they sense the planet is in danger, they rise to destroy that which ills the planet.
And this relates to the monsters how?
That which ills the planet. Sounds like they're talking about the Shinra Company to me.
Thanks for this all. Thank you for all this information, man.
Good story, bro. They're just monsters. Weapons, you say? Come on.
Go ahead, laugh it up while you can.
It's been made clear. We lack the ability to defeat you. To keep losing to Soldier like this.
Hey, why is it that you hate Soldier so much? We at times fight alongside each other in battle. Why can't we just get along? None of Soldier's business. Is that it?
I wanted to defeat Soldier, to light a spark in my people. Common infantry are no match for Soldier. Because we have Soldier, infantrymen can take it easy. That's what I hear the young ones say every day. I just wanted to show them something. The pride of a defender of Midgar. But perhaps it's equally important to accept reality and face facts.
Security, Soldier, what's the difference? We both want to protect Midgar. We share that.
Quit your blathering! Typical Soldier arrogance! You don't need to point out to me what's obvious from the beginning.
Okay, I got it.
I've wasted too much of my time here. I'm leaving.
Well, goodbye, guy.
Hey, you! I never got your name.
Soldier, second class. Zack.
Zack. I'll remember that.
Sure. If he comes back as an essential person later on, like what? Craftsman Monthly. New email? What's Craftsman Monthly?
Hey, Mr. Soldier. Let me ask you something. Have you ever met a dandy gentleman who rides a black chocobo? You haven't, huh? I guess he's not that well known. The other day, I went to Calm and was attacked by monsters along the way. You've heard that monsters are running amok around Midgar and Calm, haven't you? Well, that's when he saved me. The man on the black chocobo. He was so dashing. Much more heroic than, say, your average soldier grunt.
She just quickly turned around.
I can't believe that Genesis was killed in action. Rest in peace, my sweet prince. Your search for the true meaning of the Loveless text will be carried on by we in the study group. Oh, it looks like you've got new mail. Why don't you take a look?
wrong way.
Right.
The Shinra building is just through this alleyway.
Ever since the Wuchai War ended, Director Lazard has been permanently holed up in the director's office. Must be doing paperwork or something. If you want to go to the director's office, take the elevator.
Do you really think you can hack it in Soldier the way you are now? Do you really think you can hack it in Soldier the way you are now?
You the same exact dialogue. Is that Cloud?
Sorry, sir.
Nope, never mind.
You don't seem to get the most important thing about being a Soldier member.
How can they cannot see through those helmets? The metal part is just directly in front of their eyes. They can't see anything.
You better think on it.
What's going on?
Tell your friend Zach.
You're not a familiar face. Are you a rookie third class? I'm Zach, by the way, yeah?
Yes, I just joined Soldier last month. But it's like I can't do anything right. I seem to only get in other people's way. That's why he was just yelling at me.
Hey now, you're Soldier. Don't give up so easily.
But he said I'd be thrown out if I screw up the next mission. I think I just don't have what it takes.
Oh, come on. You made it this far, right?
I know, but...
You're so wishy-washy. Tell you what, I'll go on your next mission for you.
What? You do that?
Just keep it quiet. Watch what I do out there and learn from it, okay?
Yes, I'll try.
The trade hence. Entry is strictly prohibited. It is off limits, even for you, Mr. Soldier. But I
being the coward that I am, cannot muster the courage to enforce this prohibition. Thus, whether to enter or not will be up to you and your conscience.
Okay. What was the first thing he said?
I have the
Never mind. That was weird. Like, I can't let you go in, but I'm not confident enough, so do what you want.
Ah, there you are. Now, let us begin the experiment.
Oh wow, that's Hojo. And in the remake, they made him look as disgusting as they possibly could, just so we could hate him just solely based on his appearance. Cause like in that one, he looked like I'm evil scientist man. But for this one, he looks like a regular guy.
Huh? Experiment? Me?
Never mind. Just make your way to the training room.
Not without knowing what for.
You wouldn't understand it if I told you anyway. But I want to verify the virtual data gathered from a soldier operative's combat results. You are going to help me validate my data by participating in a simulated combat scenario. Now, my precious virtual data. Defeat this sample and prove my greatness to the entire world.
Did you say something?
No, nothing. Now we begin.
Activating combat mode.
Take that! Later! Got him!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
No, this can't be. With the settings off again.
Or maybe I'm just playing better than your data?
To make such a bold claim, you need to provide more solid data.
When he laughed, his mouth was just closed.
Fight this next monster and prove your superiority to me. Against these new settings, you will be...
What?
Say again?
Yeah.
Oh, nothing. Now, let's begin.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
This is impossible. Were the settings off yet again?
You see? That's what Soldier can do.
Second-rate soldier, maybe. No, third-rate. If you truly are first-rate, then fight my next data. Prove to me that you can win.
Is this just all part of his plan, just to get more data on Zack?
Not everyone can become an elite warrior like Sephiroth.
Yes, I will. He hears that.
Huh? What?
Oh, never mind. I thought for sure he heard that.
Oh, nothing. Now, let's begin.
I would have liked that. To change it up because, you know, rule of threes and everything and whatnot.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
That was way easier. That was way easier than the previous one.
Ah, magnificent.
It appears that you have the talent to become a fine study sample.
Not really a talent I want.
You should be proud. Samples like you only appear every 2 years or so. Yay? By the by, I have an extra special program you can fight. Interested?
Extra special program?
Randomly, it's Sora.
Some data I designed on a lark that displays power inconceivable in reality.
His face just looks dead.
Professor Hojo, you can't possibly mean to use that data on a human.
Not that one! It's way too dangerous!
It would be a worthy opponent for a first-rate operative. Such as yourself.
Sure, bring it on. I'm gonna defeat those. I'm gonna defeat your program easily. Like that's Hojo's face. Like there's no emoting at all.
Hey, I'm warning you. Don't do this. That program is way too dangerous.
I agree. It may cost you your life. I'm not exaggerating.
You are indeed a sample worthy of my attention. You need not worry. I will see to it that your remains contribute greatly to science. Now, my precious virtual data, prove my greatness to the entire world.
Oh, Zack didn't say anything. Like, who's the big threat? A giant robot? Oh, I'm good.
Activating combat mode.
This thing's not giving me room to do anything.
Better run for it!
Concentrate.
I'm feeling it!
No! Oh wait, I have revive. So this thing is an SOB, it's just constant attacks. Come on, Zack, come on, Zack, come on, Zack. Get away. Screw you.
Conflict resolved.
That was a cheap boss. Just get hit. I was not. The only way I could take some time is to run away. Like what the? F you, Hojo.
Astounding. This is most unexpected.
There's more of a reason to hate this guy.
Wait. I formulated a new hypothesis.
You were saying something about my remains?
So he heard that.
Yes. My knowledge, ability, and inspiration have forged a new path. You and I will share a special relationship.
Did you Hear me?
and and this time Zach was the one that was talking to Hojo, but Hojo wasn't listening.
Yes, you.
Huh? You don't get... You think...
Congratulations. As of this moment, you are promoted to Soldier First Class.
Congrats, Zach.
Huh. I thought I'd be happier.
Understandable. Too much happened too fast. Zach, I'm afraid I need your assistance again.
As a first-class soldier.
Are you pushing another assignment on me?
My apologies.
Whatever.
I'll fill you in, Zach. But before that, go to the briefing room and change into a first-class uniform.
Is it that different? Because I don't think it is. I don't see anything different. 6 material. Like, is it just me? Or is there no difference in his attire? Results bonus. Now that Zach has been promoted to first class, a combat evaluation is given after each battle. Depending on the results, HP, MP, and AP may be restored. Okay, that's good. So be mindful of your evaluation when fighting. So does that mean like they're gonna give a ranking system like for Devil May Cry and Bayonetta, like A, S, A, B, C? Is that the ranking thing? No damage, defeat all enemies without taking any damage. Perfect guard against all attacks and win the battle. Limit finish the enemy with a limit breaker. I do that a lot. Summon finish the enemy with a summon. Magic finish the enemy with magic. Ability finish the enemy with an ability. Scientist man.
You, Zach?
In the flesh.
As Soldier First Class, you are now authorized to use materia fusion.
I've been hearing about materia fusion. Now I can learn what exactly it is.
Whoa! So what do I do?
First, open the main menu. You should now be able to select materia fusion. Now, try fusing these two materia. That should give you a general idea of how the process works. If you have any questions, just let me know.
Okay, here we go. Materia fusion. You can fuse two materia together to make one new materia. This is called materia fusion. Example of materia fusion: fire plus thunder equals blizzard. Some materia cannot be created through fusion. Okay, materia created through fusion are usually set at level 1, but when two of the same materia are fused, the higher level will be carried over. When a master level materia is used in fusion, a higher ranking materia may be created. So once you've collected a good amount of materia, you should experiment often. In regards to parameter carryover for materia fusion, the parameter with greater value will be carried over in the fused materia, sorry. And the 50% of the lesser parameter's value will be added. An example of materia fusion parameter carryover. Materia 1, Fire, Magic 3, Magic plus 3. Materia 2, Attack up, Attack plus 2. Fused materia, Fire Blade, Mag. Oh, okay. I would like the Fire Blade, please. A Fire Blade. Okay. Oops. Converting materia into SP. Okay, what exactly does this mean? SP, soldier points. Okay. Can also be acquired by converting unneeded materia. If you acquire materia after reaching the maximum stock 999, the newly acquired materia are immediately lost, so it is best to convert materia you don't need into SP beforehand. To perform SP conversion, go to materia. That I know already. Got materia fusion down. Let's see what is an extra. What about fire and thunder? Fire thunder is blizzard. Dark fire. Oh, I like this. Enables magic that. Oh, no, sorry. The Hasuna enables magic that heals status ailments. That could be helpful also, so I might not want to use that. Well, I'm not gonna jump. But for some reason I could have that. And fire blades, that's even way stronger. And I have an extra, so yeah, let's do that. Nice. Oh, Thandara. Dark Blizzard, Blizzard Blade, Blizzara Blade. Power attack, Blizzard. HP. Nice, I like that. Okay, nice. Oh, wait, I gotta equip the more stuff now. Okay, I'll go with Fyra here. Attack up, Thunderblade. Fire Blade. Let's try a jump. Let's see what it does. Quickly get this done and then head to the next mission. Oh, something about the other guys, that they're dead.
Hey now, are you sure you know enough about... Materia fusion is some combinations. That's why we want you to expect.
I get it. Wait, he said, yes, I know enough. Let me go.
Finished changing?
Yeah, and I picked up materia fusion too.
Then return to my office. I'll brief you on the mission.
Let's head back. Damn, with these emails. I have to go all the way back again. Why couldn't they just teleport me to different places? Like giving me the option to teleport to new places. Much quicker. Damn you, mail! I just see Loveless. Okay. Yeah, right. I don't care.
The company has decided to eliminate Genesis and his cohorts. This includes Angeal as well.
And you want me to do it?
No. The Shinra army will handle it.
What about me?
They don't trust you.
They believe your emotions will hamper your judgment.
Well, of course.
That's why I'm going too.
To kill them?
An intruder.
Where?
Close. Sephiroth, the president. Zack, entrance.
Yeah, you got it.
Nice. I can hear the battle theme. Okay, here we go. Finally some combat.
Zack, get to the entrance.
He has to pose first.
What the? It stopped?
Soldiers here. Thank goodness. Hurry up and deal with that.
That? Whoa! What is this?
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on! Got him! Later! Oh
Conflict
yeah!
resolved.
Oh, thank you.
What was that?
What, you don't know? That was an intruder neutralization mech.
So why was it attacking employees?
It just went berserk, for reasons unknown. There are others stationed, so deal with them.
But I was ordered to go to the entrance. Hey, you all right?
Behind you.
Huh?
Activating combat mode.
See it! Later!
Conflict resolved.
Got him! Oh yeah!
Thank you. That was close.
Did that mech injure you?
Yeah. Pathetic, right? A soldier member getting bested by that thing?
Hey, even soldier members have their bad days.
Well, this is actually one of my better days. I'm, really not that good at fighting.
You're a soldier. Suck it up. If you're bad at something, train harder.
Sorry. I'll be going now. For you.
A scream? Is someone in there? I'm coming! Stay back!
Activating combat mode.
Prove your honor.
Conflict resolved.
You're not with Soldier, right? What are you doing here?
Well, the science department reserved the training room for the day. And I was just doing some maintenance.
Maintenance, huh?
All right, you got me. I was slacking. Hey, can you keep this between us, please? Thank you. Please take this for your trouble.
Ooh, that's a lot.
Zach, where are you?
Oh, Director. I'm on the Soldier floor.
Head to the entrance ASAP. We've been massively compromised.
Massively? All right, I'm on it.
Good luck.
Entrance. Entrance.
Damn.
Why are Shinra weapons attacking the Shinra building? Is this Genesis' doing?
Activating combat mode.
Take that!
Conflict resolved.
So it's like a lunge attack. Shoot. I had a feeling that was. I was worried it was just gonna be literally a jump attack, and that's it.
Damn.
So not a jump attack, but just a jump.
Swarming us.
Activating combat mode.
I'm Zach. What's your name? Oh, hold on a second. Oh, hey, Tsung. I'm a little busy, so I'll be a little late.
Is he flirting?
Behind you?
Hmm? Gah, Tsung!
Are you done being busy?
Was he flirting right there?
Warm-up's over!
Is this the end?
No, not if I can help it. Bringing out the big guns.
Is this the end?
Conflict resolved.
Sephiroth, the intruders are Genesis copies.
There's no doubt. This is Hollander's doing.
Who is that?
A Shinra scientist who stole the copy tech. then vanished.
Are you saying that this Hollander and Genesis are working together?
Quite possibly.
Do you know what they're planning?
Hollander sought to head the science department and lost. He
And
wore a
Genesis
grudge
is
against
supporting
Shinra
this
ever
stupid
since.
cause?
I don't want to believe it.
Well,
Agreed.
then
he wants
don't.
revenge. Now, Zach. Copies have been sighted
go.
in Sector 8 as well.
Which happened right there. I did not press anything, and for whatever reason, like, I guess there was a glitch, and some of the dialogue was dialogue that wasn't supposed to be said until after was said at the exact same time. That was very weird.
We should split up.
Good call.
The way he just turned.
Hold on, I'm a-coming.
Hold on, I'm a-coming. Reno? Hey, Reno!
Sector 8 is Turks jurisdiction, slick.
Rude! Man, Rude looks young.
You've got to be kidding me! Sung, do something!
There's no need for concern.
Huh? Okay.
The other areas.
Midgar's just crawling with nasties.
Soldiers having difficulties.
Reno, Rude.
Just say the word.
Go.
Yes, sir.
That's like very quick with that editing.
So now we're outsourcing to the Turks.
Soldiers being stingy.
There's a manpower shortage. Done. You're a Turk too?
I'm Cisne.
I'm Zach. Pleasure to meet you.
Zach, aren't you on assignment?
Same objective. Need some help here?
I appreciate the offer,
Oh,
but
how generous. Well, Sung, Zach, I gotta go.
See, I don't know. For Zach, is he does he have not a thing for women? What's the correct word? Does he really like women? Like, is that a thing of his? Like, I don't know. High emotions have affected the. I'm sure his emotions are out of check after seeing her. So are you gonna help her, or? Also, I think in the previous part, I think that was the first time we heard the battle theme in this entire
You're
game.
looking for a man named Hollander. If you find him, detain him.
Wait, he turned. We're gonna meet up with that soldier. I mean, with that infantry guy.
Activating combat mode.
Take that!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
Thanks, man. You saved me. Oh yeah, those masked guys causing all that havoc? I think I saw their leader just now. He's up ahead on this street. I'd stay clear if I were you. That is a token of gratitude.
Hey man, have these earrings.
Activating combat mode.
Got him!
Conflict resolved.
Thank you so much. Just up ahead, a really cool older girl came and saved me. But bad guys with big weapons came too. That young lady gave us time to escape by charging out alone. Please, mister, I'll give you my favorite treasure. So please help that girl.
Everyone's hero. Oh, he's actually here.
Genesis!
Or just a clone.
No, they're copies?
Oh, yeah.
Activating combat mode.
I just want to say this. To me, it's just funny that for this female, I can't really pronounce her name, but for this female Turk, like her attack, the spinning blade, it's basically Axel's weapons of choice from Kingdom Hearts. It's like almost the exact same thing. It's like a different design of how it looks, but like the weapon itself is the exact same thing. Then later on, he gets a keyblade that has with the handle that's the exact same thing, and just at the end of it is like a fire blade thing or fire key thing.
Yourself.
Lucky stars.
You can do it, Zack.
Yeah, I'm on fire now.
That seems like something Zack would do. Damn, that's a power up right there. Cut his head off. Never mind. But he killed him. Good job, Zack.
When I was a kid, I always wanted to have wings.
Okay.
You know, like an angel.
Okay. That came out of nowhere. So because she saw
People had
wings.
They'd be monsters.
Wings symbolize freedom for those who have none. They don't symbolize monsters. Impressive, soldier first class.
Okay.
You've got skill.
Well, unlike the Turks, fighting's our main thing.
Here, a little gift for helping me out.
Okay, that was funny. Like the dialogue right before that about the wing stuff. That's like, what the fuck? And then the moment that dialogue started of her saying thank you to Zack and like thank you soldier first. I'm like, okay, like that actually makes sense of what's going on. But everything before that about the wing stuff is like, wait, what? Where did this come from? That was very more of that awkward and more of that awkward, weird dialogue stuff. I don't like it from this game.
Alright then. I'm off to the next job. You've got something too, right?
Yeah, I do.
Until we meet again.
Goodbye. I could buy stuff from another shop. That's good.
Once Sector 8 is clear, come to Mako Reactor 5.
Did you find something out?
Angeal has been sighted.
So it's search and destroy?
The army is mobilizing, but there's still time. You and I will find them before they
do. And?
And what?
Calm down, Zack.
Fail.
To eliminate them.
For real?
Yes, for real.
Awesome! We're gonna fail!
That's the way Zack said it. That was funny. It's like, yes, I can't wait. I can't wait to fail. And in fact, I'm gonna fail to get there as fast as possible. I forgot I could buy stuff now. Okay, here we go. Asuna. What could be good with Cura? Give me Cura. Ooh, yes, Cura. But damn, it's silence. Regen? The dash really isn't that helpful. Yeah, I tried dash, it did not really work out. Get fire that +1. Give it another +1. And then what else? try regen. I mean, and this one uses AP instead of magic. Oh, sorry, no, it's still MP. Sorry, and it gives me more AP. My bad. I gotta read. Power attack. Heals attacks. This one I haven't tried yet. Spirits, whatever that means. These things.
Activating combat mode.
Fire. Preparing against enemy abilities. Some enemies are capable of using extremely powerful abilities. Some abilities inflict status ailments, so make sure to guard against such abilities. Guarding greatly reduces the damage you take and also prevents status ailments.
Resolved.
I think I've seen Cloud use that same attack, like holding it back and then damn.
Is that Angeal's face?
What the? Is that a mask?
It appears Genesis isn't the only one who can be copied.
Looks more like a mask.
The company training room. We used to sneak in there for fun, when the seconds were out. Genesis, Angeal, and I.
You guys were pretty tight.
I wonder.
Oh damn, this looks expensive. Expensive cutscene.
Infinite in mystery is the gift of the goddess. We seek it thus, and take to the sky. Ripples form on the water's surface. The wandering
His face.
soul knows no rest.
Loveless, Act 1.
You remember?
How can I not, when you've beaten it into my head?
Don't take Sephiroth lightly.
Noted.
Animated movie time.
Is that the best you can do?
All hail Sephiroth, huh?
Angeal, stay back. I'll take Sephiroth alone.
Genesis.
The world needs a new hero.
Come and try.
So smug. But for how long?
Stop! You'll destroy this place.
That's no way to talk to a hero!
Can they all fly, or were they just falling with style?
Angeal.
Out of my way!
Genesis!
Just a scrape. I'll be fine. Don't worry. Even if the morrow is barren of promises, nothing shall forestall my return.
Is that guy's character only
So,
saying out loud
was everything all right?
the poem from Loveless?
Yes. As far as Genesis was concerned. But as for Angeal,
Angeal? What happened?
later, I received one of his famous lectures.
About what?
Always the same. Discipline, dreams, honor, etc.
Haha. One of those, huh?
So it's true. They're in league with Hollander.
How could this happen?
His emotions of confusion. So that means the DMW wave is gonna just go wing, 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 all wonky. It's like, I'm so confused. Why is he doing this?
Angeal, what are you up to? Where are you?
Oh wow. Obtain the Bahamut Fury material. Damn, what the? Is that the same dragon? Obtain. Kate Sith. This is the cat thing that appeared at that weird cat thing that appeared at the end when Sector 7 was being destroyed. Google's amulet. Okay, right now I only have a little bit of time left, so then instead of continuing on with the mission, with the story mission, let's do some of the other missions right now. Since wait, I can't. Okay, yeah, I can. Let's do that meanwhile, and then the next time I play this, like just full on, we're gonna continue on with the story. A Shinra freight carrier has sunk near Medao. Some of its cargo has drifted to a desert island in the area, and the last thing we want is anti-Shinra elements procuring that cargo. Get there and retrieve what is ours. Luckily, many of these are short.
Activating combat mode.
Take that!
Conflict resolved.
Later!
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Got him! Oh yeah!
Activating combat mode.
Out of the way! See it! Take that! Ah!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah! Thank you so much, Zack. That was amazing. I learned so much from you.
Oh, it was this guy's mission. Okay.
Hey, that's the spirit. So you're ready to take on the next mission yourself?
It's nice to see that. It's good. Nice to see that he was level 1, and then right here he's level 2 now.
Well, knowing how I am, I'll probably screw something up again. Maybe I should write to Mom and Pa back home. Tell them how cold city life can be.
Actually, wait. Now that Zack is sitting next to this other guy, standing next to this other guy, now I can see the main difference being that the shoulder pads seem bigger and more like detailed, especially like on the top part over here, and then the first class attire is just like it's black. Like, oh, okay. And plus, the black works well with Zack because his hair is black. Like the colors just match better.
Fine. I'll do your next mission too.
I got you.
You will?
And also that power attack that I mentioned, where like Zack puts his sword in his bag and then he spins and does this like whooshing. I forgot. When I saw that now, it reminded me that's one of Cloud's special moves that he could do, but from a weapon. Like you have to level up it's an ability specifically. They can only get specifically from one weapon, and then once you fully level up that weapon, then that attack can be used by any of the other weapons that Cloud has in Remake. Black market material recall. Certain Shinra brand accessories were being traded illegally in the slum marketplace. The employee responsible has already been arrested, but some of the accessories are still hidden in the slums. Go there and recover all the accessories.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
Activating combat mode.
Take that!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah! Thank you, Professor Zack. Amazing as always. You're a great reference.
Level 3 now.
You must be ready now. Go on the next mission yourself, okay?
You're right, yes. I can't argue with you, Professor Zack.
Yes, you can do it. You're in Soldier. Be confident.
Do me a favor? Bury my body on top of a hill with the view.
Come on. All right then. But this is the last time.
Zach, you're too much of a nice guy. Or, I guess a pushover?
Much obliged. I'm so sorry.
Nice, you know, he was just messing with Zach the entire time, just for his own benefit. Cargo recall. Our cargo stolen by an anti-Shinra element has been found inside the plate. The organization was neutralized, but an AI weapon glitch prevented us from reclaiming our precious cargo. We have no use for malfunctioning machines. Destroy them and collect our goods. Diamond gloves. Ooh. I assume that helps out with the strength because diamonds are very hard.
Activating combat mode.
Bring it on!
Oh, they got wings now. They look like bat wings this time.
Take that!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
Activating combat mode.
The end!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
Activating combat mode.
Got him! Take that!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved.
Later!
Activating combat mode.
Okay, maybe the region wasn't such a good idea.
Conflict resolved.
You're incredible, Zack. It's been such an education.
So, what about the next mission?
So is the guy starting to become overconfident in the way he's talking?
Yes, the next mission. I'll be doing it myself.
Ah, so you're finally up for it.
But, truth be told, I'd like to see you in action one last time.
That's a lot of last times.
You've become such a great role model for me, Zack. You're the kind of operative that I want to be.
A hero.
Well, now you're making me blush. Okay, if that's how you feel, I'll help you out.
You're the best, Zack!
Then as soon as he turns his back, supplies recall. Soldier supplies that went missing along with stocks of Shinra weapons have been found in the wasteland. Genesis troops have also been spied in the area. Go to the site and collect all the supplies.
Activating combat mode.
Got him! Later!
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Take that! Hey! Got him!
Conflict resolved.
Much obliged, boss man. What I learned from you can't be learned in a classroom.
So his voice is actually changing and becoming confident. That's a nice touch.
Boss man Zack, I swear I'll never forget what you did for me.
Yeah, you've certainly toughened up, huh?
Yeah, from his voice.
Oh, you know it, boss.
My voice cracked while his got deeper.
I'm going on the next mission, and I'm gonna show everyone who's boss.
Is he gonna be in his first mission? He's gonna die.
Wait, are you really the same guy?
Boss man, see you later.
Yeah.
I feel like he's gonna wind up dead. Oh no. Deputy assignment. A soldier 3rd class was sent alone to reclaim cargo stolen by Genesis troops. He came back injured and dejected and has been pulled out of action. Please head to the site and collect the cargo. It's a level 4. Uh-oh. Okay, at least he's not dead.
Activating combat mode.
Take that! The end!
That took me a while, but these are new enemies. G driver?
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
I just want to make sure if I didn't miss anything.
Activating combat mode.
Raider!
Conflict resolved.
Got him!
Activating combat mode.
Out of the way! Hot! Take that!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
Activating combat mode.
Take that!
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Bring it on!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
At least they can't hit me when I jump into the air. That's a big help.
Activating combat mode.
Out of the way!
Well, this is new. Neo machine.
Take that!
Warm-up's over! Prove your honor.
Oh yeah!
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Take that!
Conflict resolved.
It's a good thing I had that magic with me.
My thanks, Master Zack. An impressive display as always.
It's too bad about that last mission. Well, happens to us all.
My inexperience impacted my performance. Practice always trumps theory on the field of battle.
Yes.
No.
Sometimes.
I thought you might be feeling down, but you're taking it well.
Master Zack, I will show you one day the power I've gained under your tutelage.
Yeah.
Good day, sir.
Yep.
Was I right about the villain thing? Second deputy assignment. This is an emergency situation. Shinra accessories have been stolen by Genesis troops that infiltrated the play. They are apparently too tough for the soldier third class operatives we sent in. You must go there and get back the accessories. Sprint shoes.
Activating combat mode. Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Bring it on!
Whoa. Launcher missile? Launcher missile. Looks like Launcher Spider from Yu-Gi-Oh! Launcher Spider.
Activating combat mode.
Better run for it! Here we go! Go, go, go!
Conflict resolved.
Oh yeah!
Activating combat mode.
Brace yourself! Prove your honor. Oh
Conflict
yeah!
resolved. Activating combat mode.
Out of the way! Bringing out the big guns!
Prove your honor.
Oh
Conflict
yeah!
resolved. Activating combat mode. Activating combat mode. Activating combat mode.
Take that!
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Oh
Conflict
yeah!
resolved. Activating combat mode.
Whoa!
What's the matter now?
I was looking for materia, and now I'm late for my assignment! Warm-up's over!
Prove your honor to me.
Conflict resolved. Activating combat mode.
Bring it on! Take that!
I'm focusing too much of just wanting to hit the thing. Like hit.
Activating combat mode. Activating combat mode. Conflict Activating combat mode.
The road to becoming first is not easy. Strength is not the only requirement.
Yeah, I know. But still, I want to make first.
Listen to me, Zack. If you want to be first,
I'll embrace my dreams and honor. And my dream is to become a hero.
all right. You have my support.
He's very easily convinced.
You're in for it now!
Prove your honor to me.
I got it.
Conflict resolved.
Boom.
Oh yeah!
Cleared. Report to the soldier, third class in the briefing room. Hold on, let me check this thing. What's mythical? Oh, mithril, sorry. Damn, 6 hours and 12 minutes in, and I'm still having a good time playing it. Plus, I actually enjoy that little sub story. Not even sub story slash submission about trying to help the guy with his confidence, and then from how he sounds in the start to how he sounds by the end, like I'm confident now. Like I like that. That was pretty funny. That was great. Okay, that we had an old school animated clip from what looks like a movie, especially a movie of its time. You can very much tell, especially on Sephiroth's face, like all the details not there, and some stuff makes him look weird. But yeah, but now we know about their friendship, about Sephiroth's friendship with the other two guys, and then we also met some future Turks that the other party is gonna meet. We met Rude, Reno, but this is the first time we met the other girl, so there's a good chance she's gonna die in this campaign, but we never know. But yeah, there's not much to say, just because like very little stuff happened, and I was mainly doing main mission stuff, just mission stuff, but the sub story slash submission with the third class soldier, that was really fun. I really enjoyed that. But yeah, I mentioned before, this was gonna be shorter, so sorry about that. Hopefully the next time I play this, it'll be longer. Thank you all so much for coming and joining me. I hope your day and or night goes well for you. Stay safe and healthy, and you will all see me again next time. Yeah, now I need to eat something and then go to bed, because I gotta wake up for work tomorrow. So yeah, so until next time on my day off, goodbye.